Hi everybody, it's Janet and we're here at Fruit of the Vine Art Studio in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you so much for joining me here on this beautiful day. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to do something really simple today. You've probably watched a couple of times where I've made earrings doing different things, using different things. Well, I'm going to use a pair of these wood cutouts for my earrings. I've got my jump hoops and my clasps and all that right here. I'll be using a couple of little pairs of needle nose. Need a couple of those. And I'm going to use, this is a gift tag that was given to us that came with a beautiful bag. And I thought, well, I hate to throw that away. It's so cool looking on the side. It's got that silver look to it and a holographic feel. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to use that and I'm going to make a pair of earrings with it. So to get started, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the blanks silver, since this has this really cool holographic silver thing going on in the background. I'm not going to be using Mod Podge this time, though. I'm going to be using something else. This is Aleene's Quick Dry Tacky Glue, and that's what I'm going to use for this particular craft. Super simple, super quick. So the first thing I need to do is to get out a little bit of silver paint to paint my blanks. I'm going to need a little bit of water in a little cup as well, just to rinse my brush. Okay. I'm going to put out just a little bit. I don't think I'm going to need too awfully much for this. And just get a small sponge brush. Now this is a beautiful metallic paint. It's a silver metallic. That's from, it's Craftsmart, so it's Michael's. And I'm just going to put a quick layer on here. And then I'll show that, oops. Yeah, and then I'll show that to you after I drop it and flop it around and make a mess with it. Nothing new about that, Maybe I'll touch it down, zoom you in a little bit so you can see a little better what I'm doing. Well, maybe I need to scoot me over a little bit. There. That might help. So I'm just going to paint that silver, let it dry for a moment. Paint this side silver. I ain't worried about getting it on my fingers, as we all know. It's odd, it almost sounds like a siren's going off outside, and I don't understand that. It's not a Wednesday. Maybe I better be running to the basement. No, it looks beautiful. It's sunny and clear as it can be. Clear as it can be out there. So I don't... It must be something coming from the TV downstairs that I'm hearing that's making it sound like a siren going off. Okay, I'm just going to paint both sides silver. I'm going to get it around the edges. Get it on there real good. And then I might just redo that real quick and give it a moment to get dry. That down here along the bottom. You can see it's very silver. Really shiny. Really very shiny. And I'm just painting this because my paper is not going to be big enough to do both sides. So I'm just going to leave the back side of the earrings with a silver. And the front of the earrings will have the pretty paper put on them. edge here. Get just a little more silver out. I'm going to put another coat on here. Just filling that in real quick. Tap it a little bit around the bottom. It's already got one coat, but I'm just trying to get a little bit thicker on there. Okay, now I'm just going to set that down for a moment. Smooth that just a little bit around that edge. Stick this in the water. Grab a paper towel and wipe my fingers. Give me just a moment and I'll get most of that off. There we go. Now while I'm waiting, I don't want to pick these up. They're still wet. So I'm going to take another blank out. And I'm going to get my tag and I'm going to turn it upside down. Yeah, this is within your view. And I'm just going to sit it this way. And I'm going to draw around it. Trying to make sure I'm going to leave room for two of them. So let me scoot it over a little bit. And I'm just going to use my marker to go around it. I'm going to turn it this way, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I think it'll go just perfect right there. I'm hoping that that does. Okay. Yep, that'll work. Now I'll turn that back over so you see that pretty side again. Put this up for the next set. I'm just going to take my scissors and cut out my little pattern from the back here. I shouldn't have to worry too much about needing my sanding block to sand the edges because I think this is going to probably fit pretty tight. Okay, that should work pretty good. That's going to look really pretty. Hi, Steve. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you making a comment for me. I appreciate anybody wanting to possibly share anything here. I really appreciate it. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason it said that in the last week I had only reached 500 people. In a week? I don't understand. But I'm thankful for the 500 people that I did reach. I'm happy to be here. Okay, so here's the other side. That's going to look really pretty. Push that off here. I'm going to make that the side that I put the glue on. I'm looking at them, seeing how they turned out. I think this will be the side that we put the glue on. All right, all I got to do now is get my tacky glue. Spread it on the back of here. Just going to take it, place it right on top of it. I have to poke a hole in it here. That'll just take me a moment. I can just try to give it a moment to dry. So there's not even a reason to throw away beautiful little gift tags. You can always find ways to recycle and reuse stuff. Okay, got some tacky glue on here. Get it all the way to the edge, please. Slide it right onto the front. Make sure I got it centered well. That looks good. Press it down a little bit. It looks pretty good. That one's just a little bit big. I need to trim him just a little bit, but I'm going to wait for it to dry first. Okay, so while that's drying there for a minute, I'm going to go ahead and get my two hooks out. Oh, that one's not open. I've got another bag that's got those open, the little protectors that keep it from falling off of the back of your ears. We'll get them out in a minute. Now you need to use 2 jump hoops for each of these. Because if you just use one, then your earring hangs sideways. Because of the way that the hoop goes through here and then goes through there. It'll make it hang sideways. So you have to use 2 hoops for each earring. So you're going to have 4 of them out. And we're going to need our needle nose. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to take one and just put it through here. Take our needle nose and just crimp it together. Very simple. Do the same thing to the next hoop, or the next earring. Take it and just press it together. Okay, so now we got to make a hole in here in the front. Let me find my little... Here it is. These are great. You can use these for making dots. That's not clean there. It's got black on it. Or you can also use it to punch a little hole. So I'm going to go through the back here so I can press it up some to where I see it. And go right through the front. And I've peeled it up a little bit so it's not quite dry yet, but it's dry and it'll be dry. And it's the perfect size to punch my hole. So I'll do the same thing with this one. I'm going to put my finger on the front and press it through the back a little bit until I feel it. And then I know exactly where to press the hole. And it does sort of try to take my paper up a little bit. My paper's not completely dry yet, but my hole's there. And it will dry as we go along. It is a quick dry tacky glue. It is a tacky glue. It's tacky. But it'll get very dry in just a few. So now we're going to take our hoop, the other hoop, and we're going to put it through the earring. And then you want to make sure that when you hang it on this, when you put it on here, that you're holding the earring. This is the front of this earring. So you want to make sure that when you put this hoop on here, that the decorated side of the earring blank is in the front. I'm not sure if you saw that. You want to make sure that the front of the earring, this part right here, since this goes in your ear and this is the front, that when that little hoop hangs down, you want the front, the decorated side that you've got prepared here, your decorated side, to be facing the front. So put it right in there and then get a hold of that little ring. And we're going to do the exact same thing that we did before. Just get our needle nose and just press it together. And now our earring hangs properly. Look how pretty that is. There's that one. I'm going to slip the ring through, just like we did the other one. Slip the ring through. Make sure that the front decorated side of your earring, and that you're holding the earring itself by the part that you're putting in your ear. Put that hoop in this way. And then just take your needle nose and press it together. Huh. Did you hear that? Somebody had a fancy horn. Okay. And there we have it. 2 beautiful earrings ready to be worn. How simple was that? Really easy, very simple. They got pretty backs on them. They're just silver on the back, silver on the side. Makes beautiful earrings. A holographic gift tag that had been written out on the backside and would otherwise have been thrown in the garbage. Well, not anymore. Now I'm going to be wearing these. Aren't they pretty? Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I'll see you again on Wednesday. Bye now.